100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. One twist. One swing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. Ain't together. Hey, let it roll. Run. Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Wahoo.
Throwing on first down. Tate. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Watch 80. Watch 80.
Back to the air on second down. Tate. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Tate looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
King now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. King is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's King, throwing on 3rd and long. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Got it. So Mike's number 1, Mike's number 1. Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down. Check, 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 check. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hustle, hustle. So Mike's number 1, Mike's number 1. Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. They could rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw on 2nd down. Tate, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
That's good for Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
Mike, 49. Okay? Joker. Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here we go. Come to the end and bring it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? 2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Hey,
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Delta, Delta. Watch the hill.
Back to throw. Tate looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First down, Buffalo.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Echo, echo! Mike 50! Here we go, here we go! Hey!
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is King, operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. King. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you? But you're going to tell me, good blocking? Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Second and 13. And this one complete to Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill. Switch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You got it.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
One's the mark. Watch one. Check. It's free.
King to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
16 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. King. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Slam. Check safety. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st down, Tate. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Blue down. 951. Watch the slant.
Operating from the gun, Tate. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Tate. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bush. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Tate. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Tate. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Operating from the gun. Tate, and that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
From from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Check 50, check 50.
On first down, Swift. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go, here we go. It's time of the ending. Watch 54, watch 54. They can't hang with us.
Here's King, looking to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's go now. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Switch, switch.
On third down, Swift. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You don't want none. You don't get it.
And again this time to the tailback. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm on.
Back to throw. Tate. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes just a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw on second down. Tate is going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stop your whining.
From the gun, Tate. And he comes back with one complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Tate. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Tate. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now King operating from the gun. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is King. To throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Bawden. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's Bawden, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Nick Bawden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd down, Tate. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Don't get nervous. Plus, 49, guys. Mike, 49. I got one.
On 4th down, Tate. Open man is Ross, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Back to throw. Tate. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. On 4th down, Tate. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Nice move at the 40. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Tate. Got a man open, it's Ross. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
49. Mike, 49. Push him back. Undercrush.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Come on, set. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Let's get sack lunch. Hey, 66, pull it, pop. 24.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.